Hi, welcome to Ray at the Movies, and today is a little bit different than I normally do. I'm going to be talking about my two new movie soundtracks to Godzilla, Return of Godzilla, and Godzilla vs. Bionte. Now, this is supposed to be part of a 70th anniversary collection that came out in 2024, and I really love the artwork. That's the original artwork for the movie. And what's interesting too is that they have of course, the soundtrack. And that's how the soundtrack is listed. So now they have the change a poster if you wanted, and also, of course, they had the. This is probably upside down. There you go. And then, of course, there's the disc. And then when you open the disc, hold on. Of course, it has the. Now, what I like about this also is you get a poster and an alternate cover. Here's the original cover that it comes in, and then there's the alternate cover. You could decide if you want that. Now, this folds out, and of course, there's more information on the track listing. There's 55 tracks, and then this folds out, and then of course and there you go. You got this, and then of course you have the poster. Now, what's interesting about this is there's supposed to be more of another track. This is only 55 tracks of the movie from the movie, and so sadly, it is not the complete. Make sure I have this right before I. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the only downside about this is that there's a different track. There's supposedly a longer track. There you go. The Godzilla, Return of Godzilla, and came out in 2006, and I haven't been able to find it. I don't think they have it on CD. They only have it available on, I guess, record, which is, and so here's of course the one for this one, 677, and then you turn it around, and there you go. And this one, I really like the alternate artwork here too. Oh man. There we go. For some reason it wanted to give me problems, and there, of course. Now this is 21 tracks on here. Now what's interesting is when I was looking up to see if this is the most complete track soundtrack, it seems to have more than what they've listed online. I've only been able to find one that every time I look it up, it always says 10 tracks on it when this has more. And here's the alternate, of course, track cover. And then when you open this up, you have the original, or what I consider the original poster. I gotta like that they come in a poster, and then you got, of course, you got the bottom here, and then when you turn it around, you have all this nice little information on here. And then if you want to see what the inside of the case is, and of course it has yeah, I've always been into the soundtracks to Godzilla. I really like the movies. I'm right now in the middle of watching the Showa era, movies because I'm a big fan of the movies. They're fun to watch, and the Criterion Collection is great. I think that they kind of missed the boat on what the book idea was great, but and of course there you go. So these are the two soundtracks that I have so far from this company. Um, I bought this, of course, on Amazon. Um, so that was great. I got it in 2 days, and like I said, the Godzilla versus Bioente has 21 tracks, and normally when I looked it up, it had only listed 10 tracks, and there you go. There's this little. I love how it's kind of interesting that these how they list the tracks there, which is cool. But it's nice. It has the songs. I got this because I really love the music for Return of Godzilla, and I really like the music for Godzilla versus Bioente, and I love the songs they have towards the end of Return of Godzilla. I didn't think I would ever own it. I was gonna get it digitally, but they only have 50 tracks on the digital version. So I'm like, I want as most complete as I can be. So far, I like it. Now I'm been in the process of downloading my CDs to my computer so I can transfer them to a zip drive. And when I downloaded Godzilla, Return of Godzilla, it didn't translate any of the tracks, which is okay. But when I downloaded Godzilla vs. Bioente, it translated the tracks. So it's just interesting. I would think it would do that for Return of Godzilla too, but that's okay. Um, Now, if you're a avid Godzilla fan, I highly recommend these. I've listened to them; they're pretty good. Um, having a digital copy isn't too bad, but I would rather have the physical copies because at least when you have the physical copies, they don't disappear from your computer. Like I was a situation with me with iTunes, where I had a song, and for some reason they won't allow me to play it no more. I'd have to repurchase it. So it just shows that even though you buy the digital copies of whether it's music, movies, or books, you don't really own the movie or music or books. It can easily be taken away from you. Where you buy a physical copy of something, you own it until you get rid of it. So these are the two CDs from the two Godzilla movies from the Heisei series. I'm going to try to get the rest of them because they have it from the Showa era all the way to the Heisei era. They didn't do the Millennium one, to my knowledge. I'm more of a fan of the Showa era and the Heisei era, anyways. I'm not saying I don't like the Millennium series of movies with Godzilla. I just prefer the other ones because that's what I grew up on. So everybody's taste is going to be different. So with that, I'm out of here. Have a great rest of your day.